jumping on the rig. We are playing strongholds, and who do you want to kick this game off with?
I kind of want to see Jimbo. I'm not even going to lie. I do want to see Jimbo a little bit.
Jimbo.
He impressed me so much. Of course, Epsilon, the #1 team from the United Kingdom.
Camo grab. I'm going to switch on over to Ninja, who
he got away with that too.
The aptly named Ninja snuck away with that camo. Now you got to wonder, is that a little too aggressive? That was not a great camo because he dies immediately. We're going back on with Jimbo.
Very, very surprised that no one from Epsilon was even there to actually challenge that camo. That was the big surprise.
Jimbo was watching for basement, and I think what happens is a lot of times teams just kind of respect, like, all right, no one's going to go for camo instantly.
No one's that stupid to go for camo.
Yeah, no one's going to go for it right away. This isn't matchmaking. And Ninja says, guess what? I play a lot of matchmaking. I'm getting away with this camo.
Well, Jimbo, for now, has Railgun in his back pocket if he wants, of course, a preferred setup on the rig. Of course, you want that basement and top nest. Exactly what Jimbo is trying to cap right now. 50% of the way through, 75% of the way through. Picks up Ninja with the railgun. Has to reload, though. The captain's almost there. He has 2 plays. Wow, picks up the second.
Jimbo.
Oh, fantastic play from him. Unfortunately, does get cleaned up by Stella, but the teammate there, Buck 57, able to carry the cap for now. Epsilon with the 2-1 advantage.
Yes, and despite Epsilon being down only 8 seconds, whole point is they have position. Epsilon has outside. They have nest. They have basement control. That is exactly where you want to be. When you have this full set and you hold it correctly, you can get 30 to 40 unanswered seconds.
Hyper in there, cleaning up Victory X, giving Buck 57 just some time to recover up at top nest. But for now, things going in Epsilon's favor. They're about to tie up the game 11 points to 11. Of course, it's first to 100 points. If you need new to strongholds as well, you need 2 strongholds to be scoring points.
Obviously, Epsilon's doing a great job because they hold the lead. They have the correct locations held. However, I'd like to see Buck 57 press this advantage a little further. Look at that kill feed. 3 members down for Renegades. The 4th one, Ninja, just being taken down. That's all 4 dead. I would like to see... Oh, did you see what Buck 57 did right there? He was shooting the spawns just in case that had influence on it. And this is what I wanted to see from Buck 57 earlier. He has to press his advantage. Don't let Renegades get into Engine 2 for free. Go push up, fight them for a little bit, and then back down to nest.
Botched a little bit that shot there, but I believe twin brother Buck 20 was able to clean up that kill now. Actually needs to do a little bit of defensive duty because Victory X is on basement. He tracks back, picks up camo, and he's going to get the easiest kill of his life, surely, but being very, very slow at picking up that kill. Had plenty of time. Now he actually risks potentially falling, but luckily wasn't to pick up that kill. Camo now being very advantageous.
Look at him staying alive. Remember, one of the keys to victory we talked about yesterday for Dream Team is not challenging, staying alive. And this is what's going to happen. You create opportunities for your teammates to give you help and stay alive. So what Buck 57 did right there was so great. Got control of the camo, which will spawn 2 minutes after he grabbed it.
It's a trip cap right now as well, Walsh.
Trip cap for Ninja and crew?
Sorry, trip cap for Epsilon right now, but Ninja desperately trying to break onto that BR base. Not going to happen. He was able to pick up that kill. Finally, Renegades able to get themselves 1 stronghold, but still, the Epsilon lead is only going to start increasing more and more. You see Jimbo now needs to pick up a double kill over towards Nest. He was able to pick up 1 now, has to challenge the second. That's going to be Spartan with the railgun cleaning up Jimbo. Do you see Sniper rotate over towards basement? That continuous rotation, this is the objective efficiency, Walsh, you wanted to see from Epsilon.
Yes, they are not only just being objective efficient,
again.
They're completely outslaying this Renegade squad. Epsilon came to play today. If you ask most players out there or pulled the Twitch chat earlier and said, who's going to win this game? I would guess 75% in favor of Renegades, but I could see that changing here when we do a Twitter poll at the end.
Yeah, guys, you, of course, can be voting on Twitter using hashtag HaloWC and, of course, hashtag Renegades or hashtag Epsilon. And your vote, of course, will be registered. But for now, we are seeing a little bit of a fight back from Renegades.
But
just as I say that,
just as I say that, down and they're spawning inside. So, Benson and I keep talking about why outside is so strong, but the whole point of it is the reason outside is so strong is because you can't get very many angles to attack outside from.
Right.
And when you're outside, you're all kind of there as a team together. So that's what Epsilon's doing so well is they're holding outside and they're forcing the Renegade squad to spawn inside. And what happens is Epsilon keeps getting faster reinforcements. They're closer to 2 strongholds, and Renegades has to just, run all the way across the map from the inside corner.
Honestly, this is textbook Halo right now coming in from Epsilon. They are playing the rig strongholds absolutely perfectly. Their rotations have been key all game. Now you see Buck 57 on your screens, has that scatter shot, waiting for that up close shot to come through. I don't think it is. Yeah, but he does actually fall there to Spartan with that railgun. He was up top and now over to Spartan. He's going to pick up the double kill. Looks for potentially the triple kill. Not going to happen. Stella there to clean that up. But this now could be the capture which allows Renegades to come back into this game.
Now, I like this play by Spartan because guess what? He says, we have control of outside, but we're going to press this advantage even further. Do not let them get BR base for free. Let them give up a few lives. We need to make the most of this full setup. So I like this aggression from Spartan, but most importantly, he can't die like that. He needs to build back down. So let's see what Jimbo and crew does. Jimbo ended up helping getting that kill on Spartan and pushes immediately to Nest. Now, look at the difference in these strategies. Renegades, they had full setup, a trip cap for a little bit, and it was broke in a matter of seconds.
Epsilon just broke that so very well. They weren't afraid of capturing BR base. Too many times you see teams trying to avoid that. Epsilon saying, no, we're not going to start allowing Renegades back into this game. Now they have that 2-1 stronghold advantage once again. Epsilon really laying it down here against Renegades. An 84-27 point game. Renegades really do have that back against the wall on board with Stella now as Renegades get a 2-1 advantage back in their favor.
Yeah, and Stellar's doing everything right in this situation. He's going for the most crucial location outside. So if you have a choice to have just one player in your team outside, you want it back near this catwalk / carbine area because you have angles in every spot. But just as I say that, 3 members of Stellar's teammates were all taken down, and looks like Snipe Drone and the Epsilon squad are now getting a double cap.
Snipe Drone immediately trying to find players off spawn. They will fall. That's 2 players down. Buck 20 and Snipe Drone. This is a big grenade coming in from Jimbo. He can potentially do some damage over towards Nest, but I believe he will fall. That Spartan pushing him, and it's worth mentioning, if you want you to Halo 5 competitive, this isn't too much of a big comeback. This is definitely possible.
No, absolutely possible. But one thing I want to highlight is, even though Epsilon got 3 kills there in that last fight, and seemingly had control of outside, the fact that Stellar had control of that carbine area, all 3 members of his teammates on Renegades spawned outside, and they were able to keep control of outside / Nest. So once again, even though Stellar's teammates all got killed, he spawned them all outside, and they still kept control because of it.
Now Epsilon may start getting a little nervous at this point. The Renegades are picking up quite a fair amount of points here. It's 85-51. Renegades still with that 2-1 stronghold advantage. You see Stella just charging that railgun. Does spot someone and cleans up Jimbo. A nice shot, but he has to anticipate someone pushing towards Nest. Tagged up from the left-hand side, not able to clean that kill. Buck 20 with the perfect on Stella. That is huge. That now opening up that side of the map.
Yes, and Ninja doing everything he can, getting that double kill from basement. But Epsilon just doing such a great job keeping this pressure on. Even though Renegades have control of outside, somehow Epsilon was able to capture the Nest.
Oh, and I'm not sure who that was from Epsilon, but they did a fantastic job of just staying alive. And I believe Jimbo now going to start to push towards Ninja. Ninja has to back away here. Both players very, very weak for now. It's still in favor of Epsilon. Look at that time. Time is running out for Renegades.
Not just his time, but also this unorthodox setup. How often do you see a team that holds BR base and Nest?
Right.
Epsilon is playing this perfectly. They realize that Renegades are stacking too many members near basement, and they overload towards Nest. And then, wow, now look at this. Renegades now have 3 members towards Nest, and they are stacking basement.
Jimbo needs to go big here for Epsilon. Could argue stay alive. You see Ninja putting down a lot of shots. Spartan able to clean up 1 as well. 1 more player up towards top Nest. This is basically the kill, which could win it for Epsilon if he's able to do it. But the railgun comes in from Ninja. He's able to pick up 1. Stella with the assist. And for now, Renegades stay alive. Epsilon just need 4 points to pick up this win, though. They could easily just rotate to basement.
Yes, and not easily, but they should. What Epsilon's been doing a great job of is they just seem to find where all these members of Renegades are and then decide where to push. But looks like Renegades got a little too aggressive. 2 members of Renegades down, 3 members of Renegades down. This is the moment for Epsilon to push over, get one of these hills, and close the game out.
He needs to try and contest, and it's not going to happen. Epsilon with a 2-1 advantage. Renegades need to jump on something, and they need to jump on it now. I don't think they're going to be able to do so. You see BR base is being capped, but they're going to run out of time. And the UK #1 seed Epsilon come out strong in the first game of the day here at X Games.
I called these guys. I said they were good. I didn't think that they would be able to take a game off Elite just before. I thought it was going to be 3-0, but this game is more than winnable for the Epsilon squad. You know that all the European Halo fans are pumped right now to see a North American team being taken down.
And
by
look
the Epsilon
at the
squad.
kills. We said watch out for Jimbo. 23 kills from him. A phenomenal performance.
61% accuracy when I saw that stat pulled up as well. Just hitting everything.
That's very, very impressive stuff coming from Jimbo. And now with Epsilon in the lead, again, just to give you a bigger overview of what this game actually means, when you look at Group A, it's a result like this, which Team Liquid fans need to be sat there really, really rooting for their UK counterparts.
Absolutely. Yeah, like you said, Liquid's rooting for this Epsilon squad. All of Europe is rooting for the Epsilon squad.
They got a big fan base, but I'm curious to see exactly how that Twitter vote would actually come out. See the UK guys and European guys giving Epsilon some love. But here, of course, is the series layout. The Rig Strongholds, of course, Epsilon take that. It goes to a Plaza Slayer up next, followed by a Truth CTF. If it goes to a Game 4, we have an Eden Strongholds and a Regret Slayer to close it out. Now looking at those maps,
and how weird is it that you're saying that? You're saying we might need Eden Strongholds if Epsilon does not sweep Renegades.
True. Very true. But looking at that series now you know the maps. Is this Epsilon's to throw away, or are we looking at Game 5? Tell me we're looking at Game 5.
In the driver's seat. However, one of the reasons that Epsilon was able to take this game 170 was because one of the star players, Jimbo, he dropped 23 kills this game. So we have to see, let's take a little look into this man known as Jimbo. He's I would argue, the star player of this Epsilon squad. He's been a pro player since Halo 4. He won the UK finals, which I was out at in London 2 weeks ago. And you can check him out streaming. He's one of the top streamers on Twitch for the European Halos community.
Make sure you shoot the guy follow on Twitter as well, at Epsilon_Jimbo. Guy really doing fantastic things here at the X Games. I mean, day one, Epsilon, of course, didn't kick off with a win, but still, we were sat here at the end of the game saying, this Jimbo guy, fantastic. You saw all of social media lighting up with nothing but compliments and praise for Jimbo. Start of day two, business as usual for him. A fantastic performance in game one. As you said, really helping Epsilon go for that lead. But looking at the rest of the series, the second map now, whilst we have to talk about Slayer Plaza, is this where we potentially see the series tied up? Is the slaying ability just a little bit better for the North Americans?
I mean, if you asked me slaying ability just in general, I would say yes. That was one of the keys to victory we said before, is that Epsilon need to be able to go even in slays or slightly negative and win those objective games. However, Jimbo proving that point completely wrong, showing that this European squad can go toe-to-toe with these North American teams.
Here a look at the team profile of Epsilon. Have the X Factor down as Snipe Drone. I think you could probably argue Jimbo deserves to be up there as well after what we've seen so far. But you mentioned a fantastic point yesterday. You give Snipe Drone the sniper rifle and you let him just do his thing, Epsilon can become a very, very potent squad.
Absolutely, and it's just the Buck Twins kind of enable all these plays to happen. You notice how many times Jimbo was able to clean these kills up because you have the Bucks over towards Nest, over towards Tower, just doing damage and staying alive. That's the most important part. When we watched that last game, when Epsilon had control of the map, you realize that they would sometimes get aggressive, press their advantage, but they stayed alive. That's the most important part of that strategy. Whereas Renegades, they try to press their advantage, and they'd give up 1 or 2 easy kills. Think about this. Every single time Renegade tried to break a setup, they didn't get any easy entry kills.
Now, I guess the key here is, you mentioned the Buck Twins and that kind of selfless game style. How does that translate into a Slayer, though? I feel like you need to be picking up those kills.
These are complete different game types, and this is a great one for Renegades to bounce back and tie the series 1-1. So we're going to jump on with my Michigan homeboy, Victory X, and see what he does at the beginning of this Plaza Slayer.
Really goes for that BR, worth mentioning as well. There is a big fight going on for OS right now, and I believe it has been picked up by Spartan. So do bear that in mind. He still has full, in fact, he has sniper rifle as well. So Spartan's sitting very, very pretty right now.
Victory X just got turned on, so we are going to jump on with you said Spartan has a sniper?
Spartan
Let's jump on with Spartan,
and OS,
the most important man on the map right now. He has the #1 power-up and the best power weapon.
It's going to be key if he's able to pick up a couple of kills. Early on in the game, nothing too ridiculous going on. It's a 5-4 lead in favor of Renegades. Of course, if you are just tuning in, Epsilon picked up map #1 in convincing fashion.
So you notice right now, Renegades, they have control of the snipe area. However, their #1 priority at this moment is to get control of Cafe. And you see that's where Victory X is going for. But it looks like this Epsilon squad is just putting on pressure from all angles. From Tram, they're killing any member of Renegades that come across. They're pushing towards Bomb Center to get some sort of angle on Spartan. So Spartan, the dog, is not in a comfortable sniping position at this moment.
And you see he's expecting to be pushed.
Look at all that pressure on him, taken down.
Fantastic pick up right there. On board now with Jimbo to see if he can try and just sneak his way around, being very, very cautious with that SMG. Will have that first fight up top. That's going to be Stella, not able to win that one. Stella outshoots him. A little bit of help there coming in from one of Stella's teammates. Over to Buck 57 now, just slowing down the game. Sniper Drone is able to reduce that deficit back down to 1. There should be a tied game as Buck 20 cleans up Ninja 10-10.
Look at Buck 57 just staying alive, doing damage. Gonna pick off this final kill on Stellar and get control of the sniper area. I cannot find where the sniper rifle is at this moment, and it is in the hands of, I believe, Spartan the dog, who's down at the bottom of snipe lift. He eventually was taken down bottom middle, so we're gonna have to try to see who's able to get control of that sniper rifle.
You know what I really want to do right now, Walsh? Renegades arguably on the back foot. I want to go on board with Renegades and go to a listen in.
Yeah, just over shield 53, please. Guide sniper. A sniper spawn.
I need to come in. I need to come in.
Sniper spawn. OS in 3 seconds.
There's some posters. I'm gonna kill. I can't get it. I can't get it. I can't get it. I can't get it.
Going for it.
You're there.
I got it. 49.
Rating out 49, nice.
I'm on him in one shot. I'm going top nest.
Getting shot from top towers, guys.
Cafe.
And Cafe.
I'm getting shot from
Cafe.
cafe window. Cafe window. Cafe window's got shots. Cafe window's got shots. Jimbo. It's one kid. One top
Brady,
cafe
I'm gonna
ramp.
be aggressive with Zobi.
Hey, push with Brayden in Cafe. He has overshield storm.
I pushed
Yeah.
Cafe with SMG.
No, two. Help Brayden in Cafe. Brayden got 2.
3 dead. 3 dead.
Nice.
New snipe in
They're
30.
gonna spawn loop.
Alright, I'm pushing posters.
They're gonna spawn loop. Get this new sniper.
I have.
Watch top yellow.
I am. I'm jumping up here. Nice.
Make sure they don't
Nice.
make sure they don't come out of this. I'm going hotel.
They're gonna spawn loop again.
100%. I'm nading loop.
I'm showing above loop.
They might be trying to crouch driveway.
There's a guy in garden. He might come flowers. He's in flowers.
He's heavy.
Two
Touch
cafe,
me.
two cafe.
Two touch me.
Another one cafe, another one cafe.
Two dead.
There's guy light.
That's good, guys. That's
Guy
good.
light right.
Where is he?
Cafe,
Where
to
is
left,
cafe?
left.
But,
He has an SMG.
He's pushing out now. He's pushing out on you.
Got him.
Nice try.
There's another guy in cafe.
Top,
Another guy in
top,
cafe
top,
behind the
top,
pillar.
top,
He's
top,
gonna
top.
jump in the right window, Ninja.
Live Raiden, live Raiden.
He's in the left window.
Green soda stairs. Green soda
So
stairs.
there's one shot. Nice.
I naded
One shot.
Cam. I naded.
One at loop. One at loop. I'm
Still
getting
there.
Bottom mid, Jimbo's
Bottom mid, bottom mid,
Top
bottom
middle.
mid.
Top middle. Top middle.
Cam, I'm rotating.
Top middle.
Light rifle. Light rifle, one shot.
Blue truck.
Light rifle, absolute.
Two shot blue truck, man.
Jack cafe
I'm
window.
looking for blue truck.
And as you could hear there, Renegades, some fantastic communication. They managed to extend that lead now to 10 kills, 27 to 17. Seems like Epsilon not able to get that power weapon control. Definitely cost them that.
Just on top of the power weapons, on top of that overshield, and also on top of the Epsilon spawns. You saw them calling it out, saying, for sure gonna spawn loop, definitely gonna spawn loop, and Ninja goes top center, takes advantage knowing that the opponents were gonna spawn there, and got two amazing headshots.
Yeah, fantastic snipes coming in from him. Staying with Victory X for now. The lead back up to 10. Spawn able to shut down Snipe Drone. And really, is it just as simple as power weapon control not going in Epsilon's favor? Is that why we have this lead?
Not as simple as that, but they are just playing so well together as a team. We're going to have to see what the Epsilon squad can do now, though, that they have control of a sniper. Because when we saw Ninja had it, he was doing some damage. He was placing shots cross map towards Cafe, and the most impressive part was that double kill towards light rifle / tram.
And the problem is, Ninja just picked up OS as well. So as if he wasn't powerful enough, he's managed to got himself another power up too. So you could potentially see that lead that Renegades already have start to increase a little bit. You see he's more than comfortable to run around this corner and potentially challenge his Snipe Drone, going for the bait and switch. Don't think he's going to be able to clean up. And unfortunately, Ninja may be wasting his OS here, but does clean up Snipe Drone just before he falls. It's pretty weak and will be being chased. Needs some help from his teammates, but somehow manages to get out of that sticky situation.
Those were some incredible bait and switches from the Epsilon squad. You saw just one after the other doing damage to Ninja and then backing out, doing their job. So no bad play there from Epsilon. There was, obviously Ninja had the advantage with Overshield, but it's just running right through the squad at the moment. I don't know what Epsilon can do to get back in this game because it's just going to be so tough. I mean, not only do they have a 13 kill lead for Renegades, they also have the power weapon.
Right, and Stella going to try and put some use to that. Still 6 shots left in the sniper rifle, going for the no-scope, missing twice. Will have to call out for some assistance from his teammates, but you see Epsilon just completely flooding him. That's a really smart play from Epsilon. Just flood Stella with that sniper rifle, get snipe control, and try and claw back into this game. Obviously still down by 10. It's possible, but they're going to need Jimbo, arguably the star player of this X Games, to go off with the sniper rifle.
It is possible, but Overshield should be somewhere around like the 545 mark would be my guess. And not only that, is that next sniper is up. So this could be a close to 10 kill swing if Epsilon's able to get control of both these. However, Stellar just got a double kill.
I feel like they're so split. When you're looking at the map right now, Epsilon, they don't really have like a proper setup right there, and you just see Renegades just run straight through Epsilon.
Yeah, just that constant aggression by this Renegade squad is too much for Epsilon to handle right now. I really don't know if this game is winnable. It's one of those things that if they somehow come back in this game, this is one of those matches of Halo that will be remembered forever. However, the reason that it's remembered forever because it's so unlikely.
44 to 33. OS is up. See Victory X just trying to put some shots in. Someone from Epsilon was able to get it. That's going to be Jimbo. So chances
That'll help,
for
but
now
at the
still
same time,
helpful.
it's just down by 11 kills, and that Overshield cannot account for that big of a deficit.
If Jimbo's able to rush Victory X here with that OS and potentially grab that sniper rifle, I mean, there's only 2 bullets in it left, so probably not going to be that much of a swing. But as you said, new sniper rifle will be coming up relatively soon as well. I believe Jimbo's OS has just been run out, I should say. So that's definitely not going to be of any more use whatsoever. Sniper does have that new sniper rifle. Not able to connect with any kills just yet. Down by 9 kills, so they need to kind of slow this pace down.
You were asking before, saying something along the lines of like, is it just as simple as controlling power weapons, controlling the map? And no, it's also execution. You're noticing
Absolutely.
that Snipe Drone and Jimbo, it seems like they are not hitting some of the same headshots that we've seen from a player like Stellar and Ninja.
It's all good controlling the power weapons, but you have to be efficient with them as
Exactly.
well. And that's
Exactly.
definitely the big difference in this game. Renegades doing such a good job when they manage to get their hands on that sniper rifle. We saw Stellar do some wonderful things, and Ninja as well. He's actually just picked up Jimbo as well, so 5 more kills is all Renegades need to tie up this series. And on the bright side, no more 3-0s.
No more 3-0s, that's for sure.
Victory X cleans up Sniper Drone with a sniper rifle. 4 more kills is all Renegades need to level up this series. And unfortunately, Buck 20 just going to get flooded there by Victory X. Ninja cleans up Jimbo once again. A couple of kills traded, but last kill now for Renegades to tie up the series.
Yes, and we saw Ninja finish off that double kill on a cliffhanger. Someone who was trying to clamber up and run away through Plaza. But
How do you play these series? These situations, to say. If you're Epsilon, and you know the
situations like
opposition
this,
just needs one more kill,
you have to be
you're down
realistic. I mean, you can slow it down and try to get a kill or two, and then maybe try to press that advantage and go for spawn kills. But at some point, you need to just let go. You're in a tournament right now, and you are going to lose games. These are 8 of the best teams in the entire world. You can't expect to 3-0 every squad. So you have to be like, all right, guess what? This game's over. What's the next game type? I've been in that situation before where we're losing a game, and some of the best things you can do is like, all right, lose this by so much. You know, we're already down 3 caps, and there's only 30 seconds left. What's the next game type? Let's just start talking about it now and get in the mindset of moving forward.
Makes sense. Fantastic performance from Ninja there. 17 kills for him. Stella 15 as well. So they really stepping up very, very big. 12 assists as well coming in from Spartan Wolf.
Yes, Spartan the dog just doing the dirty work, putting down damage that's getting cleaned up by his teammates. And although Victory X only a +1, he was a complete factor in that success, because we saw Victory moving the sniper away when obviously Epsilon started to get some sort of control of sniper area. And not only that, Victory rotated all the way towards Cafe, which is unexpected because they're like, oh, well, they brought sniper towards Tram. I'm going to look towards light rifle, maybe see an angle. No, Victory sprint all the way towards Cafe, ends up taking down Snipe Drone, who had the fresh sniper.
Yep.
Renegades were able to take
Fantastic
control of
stuff.
that, and the rest is history.
Yeah, really, really good stuff from Renegades. And you mentioned the point that Epsilon most likely in that situation will start talking about the next map. Of course, we will see a Truth CTF. Now, back to that objective-based game mode we saw Epsilon in the first game. I mean, 170 doesn't really do that game justice. I feel Epsilon were really in control of that pretty much the entire time. Didn't really ever look like there was a moment Renegades were going to massively take control of the game. Slayer, completely opposite story. Ironically, it was always in control of Renegades. Epsilon didn't really have a grasp. So, Truth CTF, Walsh, I feel this is a must-win for Epsilon now, surely.
It always feels like a must-win in certain situations. Of course, having that extra cushion, that extra room for error, and going up in the series is always a great feeling. However, Truth CTF, and look at this.
Ow! I feel people only tuned in second map, clearly, because I don't know how Epsilon
94% in favor of
Where's
Renegades.
the UK Halo community right now, guys? Come on,
I mean,
6%?
it's somewhat understandable because we
6%?
did see Epsilon get 3-0'd yesterday, but at the same point, like,
They won the first
Epsilon
map.
they won game 1, 100-70.
Maybe Renegades just have a really big fan
There's
base.
no
we don't know
way
about.
94 to 6% odds. Yeah, that's.
I'm about to get my
that's a
phone
bit
out right now.
skewed.
Tweet
You
#Epsilon.
must have a lot of Renegade fans out there.
That's true.
And yeah, it's just
I was
very
gonna say maybe
surprising
the-
seeing that result.
maybe
'Cause I was
the
thinking like
Europeans are weight,
75%.
Yeah, well, really? As high as that?
I was thinking as high as that just because I think a lot of people out there favor the North American squads. They just think like
That's
until one of these European squads come out and let's say win X Games gold medal, or until they take down like CLG or EG, they're gonna be like, well, nope, I have to give credit towards the North American squad.
You have to
until
go with
proven
history
otherwise.
as well. What's
Yep.
been going on previously has normally been North American dominant, so I guess that does make a little bit of sense. But now, as we mentioned, Truth CTF at Game 3, series tied at 1-1 between Epsilon and Renegades. Kicking things off on screen with Jimbo for Epsilon, and he is going to need a fantastic performance of Epsilon to get hit this map.
Yeah, one thing I want to favor Renegades on this game type just because when we saw Epsilon playing this game type yesterday, it just seems like they were a bit unorganized. Like we talked about one push that Buck made across Carbine.
That's a really good point, actually, yes.
Instead of pushing with his, actually he made the push towards his flag.
Yeah, he
rather than
rotated
Carbine.
back rather than overextending.
Exactly.
And it ultimately ended up costing them actually a flag cap. So it's a good memory there, Walsh. We have actually seen Epsilon lose this map, so curious to see if they can try. Oh, bear in mind that was against Allegiance, though.
It was
So,
against Allegiance,
number
the
one
number one
North
team.
American
So look at this kill feed right now. We see Buck 57 and Snipe Down picking up kills respectively. That means 2 members down for Renegades. I would not be surprised to see a flag pulled any second now.
Jimbo completely parking the bus, does not want to push out of his base at all. Fantastic shots on Stella. That's going to be 2 down for Renegades. And again, Jimbo just playing so passive, wants to make sure his base is completely clear before Epsilon go for a flag.
I don't like that play, though. I agree. Sometimes you have to play a little bit of defense, but that's another player that could have been pushing towards Pink, laying down shots all the way across the map. And what an unorthodox flag run. Running under the base first to the protection of Jimbo's sword. And it looks like it's working out for Epsilon because they have the flag all the way towards Pink 1, their side.
And Jimbo does finally fall with Energy Soul, but that distraction was definitely long enough. The flag is still alive for now. We see Snipe Drone pinned in the back of his base. He's going to have 3 players running at him. He is able to clean up 1, can't clean up Stella. Flag now going to be counterpulled by Stella himself. And you may actually see this flag get returned. It has been read, and this could be 1-0 to Renegades if Stella's quick enough.
So Renegades just did such a great job on defense there. Not only did they get the kills, but they almost transitioned this into a counter cap. I can't see how Epsilon's going to stop this flag. They did a great pull, and wow.
Yeah, they get it out.
Snipe drone is running the flag towards Carbine.
Fantastic counter pull. They didn't waste any time about it, and that's really good to see because that is the exact opposite of what we saw yesterday, Walsh.
They made the big mistake yesterday of just trying to do solo plays. Look at this, escorting the flag back together. Even though Jimbo was taken down, guess what? Snipe Drone's with him, able to finish up that kill, and they still have the flag back at their base. We're in a stalemate situation.
Fantastic shots going down there from Jimbo. The flag does need to be returned, though. And you're going to see Jimbo slowly start to push up there. He has picked up a couple of kills, finally falls to Stella. And now the aggression needs to come in from Epsilon, starting to push up pretty heavily, staying on board with Snipe Drone for now.
I like this play. He is crouch walking and staying alive because guess what? Both Buck20 and Jimbo were taken down, and look at that. Snipe Drone gained a kill, keeping control of Pink Tower, and now Epsilon are on the offensive and have the potential of getting this flag recovery.
That's a big win, and more importantly, Snipe Drone does stay alive. Jimbo able to clean up Spartan as well. Numbers once again in Epsilon's favor. Flag is down. Jimbo with the Promethean grenade shuts down Stella, and they're going to go for the return. This is big play from Snipe Drone. Can he stay alive? He's going to go for the kill. Picks up Victory X. The return is almost there. They get it, and the UK #1 team go 1-0 up.
And this is a huge surprise because, as we said yesterday, we saw Epsilon just kind of being a bit disorganized against Allegiance. They were not pushing together. They were not escorting their counter caps. Now we see the exact opposite. The kill feed in favor of Epsilon. 2 members of Renegades down, and it looks like Jimbo is running back this second flag.
This looks like a completely different Epsilon squad on this exact same map than we saw yesterday. Don't want to speak too soon, but this looks as if it is going to be 2-0 Epsilon. A fantastic relay there coming in from Jimbo, recognizing, hey, you know, the Renegades are distracted on the other side of the map.
Look at this defense from Epsilon. Yes, they're playing
what a
so
shot
well
from
together.
Buck20.
Even though they're down in numbers, all 4 of them stuck to the same strategy, and they're playing amazing defense. Look at that. Jimbo getting the double kill and completely shutting down this flag attempt from Renegades.
That is a huge double kill there from Jimbo, because if he doesn't get that, you know Renegades are getting that flag out, and they could well reduce it to just a 1-point game. But as it stands, Jimbo on an absolute tear right now, jumping up towards top mid, desperately looking to try and hunt out that Renegades player. Victory X, he cleans him up. Jimbo is just a man on a mission right now.
Just doing so much damage. I was not a fan of Jimbo sitting in the window earlier on in the game.
This is what
However,
you want to
can
see from
see it plays so well to their strategy.
The flag's pulled again.
And guess what? Buck57 taken down by a grenade from the flag, and who's right there to pick it up and continue this rally? His twin brother, Buck20.
They need to be careful, though. There is a player of Renegades actually inside that Epsilon base, and Buck20, rather than wrapping back, is actually going to go all the way into that Renegade spawn. Snipe Drone did have camo. He's being so very cautious. We'll see one player bottom spawn. Needs to try and put some damage down. Has
He
been
needs
able
to
to do
drop
that.
that flag right now. He was spotted. He needs to drop that and use his camo to his advantage. Give that flag to one of the Bucks or Jimbo or anyone. Go out and slay Snipe Drone.
He's not going to do it, though. It looks like he wants to keep that flag for now. The flag has not been returned, so he cannot cap this. They need to go for the return. It's a
He should
stalemate.
have done that 10 seconds ago. He should have given that flag to someone else. And I like this play. He is scoping out his base. He says, guess what? I'm not going to be tunnel vision and only look for the flag recovery. I'm looking for someone who's sneaky around my base and was able to get that kill.
Camo still available for him. It is going to be running out, though, as he goes for the aggressive return. Spartan's going to fall. Can he get the return? He's going to charge straight away. Not going to be able to get the re. So unfortunate. But in goes Jimbo, trying to find an impressive double kill. Managed to pick it up, but couldn't find the third. And for now, we still have ourselves a stalemate, but it is still Epsilon with that 2-0 advantage. Plenty of time left in this game. Renegades, though, on the back foot.
Yes, we got to see what Renegades are doing wrong here, because I thought they did an incredible job going for original counter cap, but just seems like Epsilon are sticking together so much better. Now I like this play by
what a shot
Dog
that
2.
is.
Now 3 members of Epsilon down, going in for that flag recovery, and this should be the first cap
And
for
look
Renegades.
at Spartan, more importantly, getting very, very vocal, calling out to his teammates. They're getting pumped, and this is exactly what you don't want to see if you're an Epsilon fan, because when this team gets rolling, they're lethal.
I like this, though, too, by Renegades. They are not only just satisfied for that one capture, they're trying to press their advantage. A little too aggressive from Ninja right there, but they initially went for that double cap, and now it's up to Spartan the Dog to try to keep some sort of presence on this map and stay alive.
That flag has been returned as well by Epsilon, so Renegades will need to push all the way back into that Epsilon base to try and pull it once again. But as it stands, 6 minutes still to play. Epsilon up 1 flag, 2-1. Just need one more flag to lead the series once again, 2-1 max. And Stella being aggressive aggressive, pushing in towards that Epsilon base. Jimbo with some fantastic
Taken, reverse
shots.
down. Who was that? We are going on board
Jimbo.
with Jimbo, who just out-PR'd Stellar. Not only did he get that kill and stop a flagpole, but he has camo and the Epsilon squad around the flag.
Walsh, I'm going to say it. I want whatever Jimbo had for breakfast this morning because this guy is just lighting it up here at Day 2 X Games. Has the camo, has the flag. This could be it for Epsilon if he's able to
He
run
needs
this
to
one
slow
home.
this down, get kills, because right now, time is on Epsilon's side if they get any sort of picks because they're spawning close to their base and can get slays and slow it down.
Spawn is going to shut down Buck 57 though. Buck 20 responds with
They
a
know
perfect
there's
of his
somebody
own.
under the base. Look at this. I like this play.
Use the
Going
camo.
down
Use
with
the camo.
to get this kill. Now,
There
there's
it is.
Victory X, the sneaky player
Oh!
taking down. At least he gets the trade. That is a huge play by Victory, at least getting the trade, but we are still at a stalemate situation.
Now, last time we were in this stalemate, Renegades managed to win out. If you remember, they outslayed Epsilon and were able to get that flag cap. A couple of shots go down from Snipe Drone onto the opposite flag carrier. But as you said, for now, Epsilon do have that advantage. And Buck 57 thinking about being a little aggressive here. Will have Victory X in front of him. He's probably going to get killed here, but does stay alive. And what a shot that is. Hits the perfect reversal. Let him know, Buck 57. Let him know.
And his twin brother, Buck 20, taking out Spartan at Pink 2, and he's not satisfied with just that. Pushing in, trying to take this one-on-one flag player and see if he can get this recovery.
Being very, very cautious, has to expect Spartan to be there as well. Put some damage down, needs some support though from his teammates. He's not going to be able to do this by himself, surely, but decides to jump back up. Going to run straight towards the sticky grenade, challenges, picks up Spartan. Can he get the return? The flag is right there, not going to happen. Victory X from behind, cleans him up, but Jimbo now, can he be the hero for Epsilon? Jumps on towards the return and looks as if he's going to be able to get it. And Epsilon win map number 3.
Wow, what a performance from Jimbo and this Epsilon squad, just playing perfectly together. Not only just that, not just the teamwork, some amazing individual plays.
Absolutely.
That out pistol top carbine was incredible by Jimbo. Now tell me what's going on the stat screen.
17 kills for Jimbo, 10 assists, 15 deaths. We had Buck 57, 17, 10, and 11. Sniper 15, 11, and 9. Buck 20, 13, 7, and 13. When it comes to these objective games, Epsilon are playing it so very well. Meanwhile, on the other side, you had Victory X 11, 5, and 14. Stella 16, 5, and 16. Ninja 11, 8, and 15. Spartan 10, 9, and 17. So the only player to go even there, Stella at just 16 and 16.
I think we need someone else to start writing these keys to victory, because my key to victory is saying, guess what, Epsilon, they're not going to be able to go even in slays or positive in slays against these top North American squads, but proving me wrong, outslaying the Renegade squad by 14 kills and taking that 3-1 victory on Truth
When you
Capture the
think
Flag.
about it as well, it was the way they were outslaying as well, because the key still there was objective efficiency, right? They were pulling those flags and putting themselves in positions where the kills were coming to them. They were forcing Renegades to try and play for those returns. So in terms of slaying, it just made it that much easier for Epsilon. Don't get me wrong, we still saw some fantastic shots. We saw Jimbo with the out BR, the pistol from Buck 20, unbelievable shots. But now in terms of the series, I told you this group was going to be interesting, Walsh. You didn't believe me when I said we could potentially see that 3-way tie. It could be on. If Epsilon take this series, this group has just been blown wide open.
Yes, and I think we are all in awe right now, especially those at home who are on the Twitter poll who did hashtag
I reckon that
HaloWC
9% just went
and
low.
hashtag Renegades, because right now, 94% of the players out there were wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Heading over to the next map, it's going to be an Eden Strongholds. So back to objective, we saw how good Epsilon were in that first map, which of course was Strongholds. Renegades backs against the wall here, potentially being shut down by the #1 UK squad. But I am curious to see that Twitter poll and see if potentially a couple more Glory Hunters have hopped on
Some
board with the #1
flip-floppers.
UK. I mean, it was such a low percent. I still can't believe it was
6%.
that low. 6%. 24%. There we go.
And it's still that surprising. They're winning the series right now. They're up 2-1
This is true.
in the series.
Maybe people just
and
not having
both
too much
games
faith.
weren't like nail biters. I mean, 100-70, 3-1 to capture a flag. Those were
Convincing game.
Yeah, very convincing
And
victories.
even then, the scoreline doesn't really tell you the true story. Again, Epsilon in complete control throughout both of those two games. But now, heading over to Eden Strongholds, Walsh, who do you want to start off
I'm
with?
going to start off with Stellar from Renegades and see what he can help his squad with getting these initial setups, because it just seems like, and what a great grenade by Stellar, helping get this catwalk, because they need to do something completely different and step up individually, because right now, the Renegade squad are down quite a bit.
That was a big win there from Buck 57, just stopped him getting the double kill, but Spartan showing the auto-stabilize exactly how it can be extremely useful. Hits it the perfect and makes his way over towards Catwalk. Of course, Catwalk still yet to be captured. It is a 1-2-1 stronghold, but Renegade's going to start to flood it. And we may actually see the first 2-1 lead. Here we do. We finally get it. And Snipe Drone actually just jumped straight above Spawn, so he's going to pick up the easiest double kill of his life.
And for the first time, we have seen Renegades actually doing damage, staying alive, and how is that possible? Look at Rockets have
Rockets
not
is
been
still
picked up
up,
in 45 seconds. All these players are so focused on Catwalk. I'm going to jump back on with Stellar from Renegades until I see actually the Rockets in the hands of the slaying man, Jimbo.
If Jimbo can put these to use, Bug 20 was able to pick up 2. So far, 2 fired, 2 missed. Only 2 rockets remaining, but more importantly, Epsilon 2-1 stronghold advantage.
I was just saying before, like, Renegades, they finally seem to have control. They were staying alive, but how are they
misplay
just
from
getting
Jimbo.
slayed?
That could cost him Blue Ben potentially, but he does clean up the kill and somehow managed to get the reset there. For a minute, I thought missing going in towards Blue Screen, he could have cost him that stronghold, but he is able to still get it. 2-1 stronghold still in favor of Epsilon as we're about to tie up this game.
These guys are absolutely on fire, and I'm sure they're hyped, realizing that, guess what? We can still get out pool play. We can still get a chance at this X Games gold medal. I want to go to a listen-in with Epsilon and hear what they have to say.
Go. Blue Ben, make sure we control blue.
Watch out, they're in cap.
Guys, control red for OS.
Control red for OS.
Control red. Win this one shot. Nice. Bomb bin, pit one shot in the box and pit. Slow red SMG, blue. Red SMG. I'm gonna go camo. One DP, just let me die. On me, red BR. Red alley, blue alley, sorry. Shields will, you're us. Rockets. Top cat. Oh, Alex, I'm leaving you. Come on, fire weak, spawn weak. Jump on it. Over now. Mike Rockets. They get us. Mike Rockets. You know us now, good at 45. Guys, we need to get Tyrannis. They're gonna have blue Ben. We can win this now. They have camera. Win this. We'll win this week. I'm going back to blue Ben. Blue Ben, 2 minutes. Camero's on turbine. Hot shoes. Rockets me. Rockets camo. Camo's dead. Rockets down. TVT. Get blue. Rockets down there, Mike. Walks off second. Alex, stay there. Mike behind you. Stay alive. I'm up from one. Coming back, Mike. One shot. One shot. I'm here. Ninja's one shot. Win it to tower. I'm here, Mike. Nice, good job, dude. Outside, Mike, 1 hit victory. Two cut. Free that, get tower. Jump. Mid cap. Here. Nice, Mike. Tower spawn. Only blue Ben, Mike. Blue Ben. And top cat. He's top snipe. I'm coming back. I'm going to blue Ben. Alex, control side. Blue Ben spawn. Two. Blue Ben weak. One, I got victory. Spawn's there. Blue Ben. Blue flag weak. Spawn. Blue flag spawn weak. I'm going back to red. Tower. Tower blue flag. Blue flag. Watch down. Top cat starter. Red cat. We can ninja weak. Red cat. Ninja didn't die. Red cat. Nice, Alex. Good job. Mike, stay alive. I can't see anybody. They might try and push blue, guys. I spawned red. Like, they should maybe blue. I'm coming back to you. Blue band.
Epsilon with the lead, 39-31, 2-1 stronghold advantage as well. Snipe Drone needs to go big here on Blue Ben though because it is being taken away from them. Renegades managing to get that stronghold back, and more importantly, Snipe Drone falls.
Yes, and just as Jimbo's taken down and Snipe Down taken down, it looks like 57's about to get an unofficial triple kill. No, but taken down. That was a huge kill. I believe that was by Victory X, helping it control Blue Ben. Now, the biggest difference I'm noticing is when Epsilon have control, they are doing such a better job of staying alive and, you know, pressing their advantage when they get a chance. It's not like they are forcefully pushing towards Catwalk every time or forcefully pushing in towards Red Nest or Red Bend when they have to. Like, they try to take as much ground as they possibly can and do damage. Whereas it seems like Renegades are in this mindset, like, we have to control this area, whether we give our life up for it or not, instead of just kind of being content with what area they have.
Oh, look at this sneaky play from Victory X, but Snipe Drone read it like a book, fires the rocket, shuts down Victory X, and more importantly, should be good to cap that, but unfortunately the reset happens. I think he's still going to cap it though. I don't think that's going to cost him too much.
Yeah, it didn't really do much. Like, if we're talking about like a reset on Empire's pit, that's quite different from getting a reset on Blue Bend where it's like, all right, you just delayed me for 3 seconds and gave up your life. I'll see you when you respawn.
2-1 advantage back in favor of Renegades though. Epsilon being made to work for this. Catwalk just capped. Jimbo shutting down Stella, but Sniper and desperately looking for that pick over towards Catwalk. Jumping up top, has to recognize that that play from Renegades has to be lingering somewhere around. The grenade tagging him up as well on Catwalk. There's going to be 3 plays there. Sniper just backs away immediately, says, nope, don't want any of this, and immediately Catwalk gets reset.
Yes, and looks like Buck 20 and the rest of the Epsilon squad are not just give up Catwalk that quickly though. Even though there's 3 members of Renegades there, this is quite surprising. This is one of the few times we've seen Epsilon actually try to forcefully push their advantage. And it seems like they realized the key to victory on this map is eventually getting control of Catwalk, so they feel like it's worth it.
Yep, and they get that 2-1 stronghold advantage. It's unfortunately for Victory X, Buck 20 comes in from behind, and think they're going to be able to get that catwalk back. Blue Ben will go as a result of that, but as you mentioned, you know, catwalk's such a key to victory for Epsilon in this map that honestly, that's a worthwhile trade, but they need to make sure they don't lose Red Nest, and that's a big win for Buck 20. Can he potentially find the triple? Nice movement, Spawn could be going down, not going to happen. Spawn prevents the triple kill, and more importantly though, it's still a 2-to-1 stronghold advantage for Epsilon, and they are building that lead.
And look at Jimbo and this Epsilon squad. Once they get control of catwalk, they do not want to let go. You notice them just focus on it so heavily, and just off screen, it looks like Sniper Drone had rockets for a second, but even so, it looks like Epsilon not only lost rockets, but oh my god,
Buck
some
20's
amazing shots by Buck 20.
He is really playing well this series. Got to give him a lot of props as he now makes his way back up towards catwalk. Has the BR in hand. Sees Stella, but Stella will instantly be able to reset catwalk if he wants to. I mean, it hasn't really been capped that much, so it's not really worthwhile. But Stella tried to get away. Not gonna happen. Buck 20.
I don't know if that was a worthwhile burn. Look at that. 4 members of Renegades down. I was gonna say that was not a worthwhile burn from Stellar. The times you want to go for a burn on camo are if you are already down in numbers and you have no chance of getting that power up. However, Stellar could have challenged that 1v1 and then gotten away with camo and lived with it. Instead, he decided, guess what? I'm gonna burn this regardless.
Buck 20 is just tearing it up right here at X-Game. Looking for his triple. Is he gonna be able to get it on Spawn? Not gonna happen. Spawn again managing to shut it down. That's the second potential triple that he could have had. Will Blue Bang be contested? It will. Big win from Sniper. Resets Blue Bend as well. It's a trip cap for Epsilon, and they are tearing away in this game.
Renegades needs to stop this bleeding soon, because with this trip cap, it's going up twice as fast as their time.
They keep it. A nice, a fantastic jump from Snipe Drone, and more importantly, Red Nest again reset. Buck 57 cleans up victory, and that's catwalk still in Epsilon's favor. This is pretty much GG. Renegades are going to lose to the #1 UK seed Epsilon. They are able to finally get catwalk, but it's still a 2-to-1 advantage in favor of Epsilon. It's too late. Epsilon beat Renegades and make Group A so much more interesting.
94% of the Twitter users out there said, they counted them out. They said Renegades are going to win this series. And look at this Epsilon squad, proving them wrong and proving the European squad has a chance at taking the X Games gold medal here this weekend.
Fantastic performance from them. And Renegades going to have to go back to the drawing board after losing that to Epsilon. It was a 3-1 overall in the series. At least we didn't have another 3-0, Walsh.
No, and that was an incredible series. I mean, we are both mind blown after watching that, because one thing we talked about going into today was Renegades, they need to bring that same intensity that they had yesterday. Beating Liquid was not their goal. Their goal this weekend is to win the X Games gold medal, and to do that, there are 7 other teams here.
It's strange. Do you almost think maybe they used too much of that energy against Liquid and maybe underestimated a little bit Epsilon here?
I truly do. They even said in the interview, Ninja said, yeah, when he was interviewed by ESPN, said, guess what? There's a lot of great teams here. We can't overlook anyone, but actions speak louder than words. And clearly, the Renegade squad overlooked Epsilon, because you saw how pumped they were after they beat Liquid, how intense they were during their games. And I just feel like Renegades were just looking towards Allegiance. They were just saying, guess what? You know, we already beat the Liquid match, the grudge match that we had to win. Now we just have to take out Allegiance, and we can be the #1 seed from our pool.
Again, that makes Group A so very, very interesting. Of course, Team Allegiance 1-0. You have Liquid 0-1. But now, Epsilon 1-1. Renegades 1-1. That makes the next matchup in this group so crucial.
Think of how crucial that Liquid Epsilon match is, too.
Oh, my God. It's crazy. This is why you have to love Halo Esports, man. The storyline's developing here at Day 2 of X Games. By the end of the day, it could be absolutely ridiculous. We could be sat here for another, 3 hours extra, potentially, going through tiebreakers.
I think the European Halo community, just with that win alone, has made a huge statement showing how much damage they can do and how good of a chance they have at not only this X Games gold medal, but the Halo World Championship.
So here's the question now. Epsilon sitting at 1-1 in the groups. They have to play Liquid in the final game of the groups. How does that game go down? Because Liquid yesterday...
They are pumped. They just realized they beat Renegades, who stopped Liquid. So they have to be going in so confident. However, Epsilon's in a situation that I would like to be in, because they have their destiny in their own hands. Basically, they beat Liquid, they go on. If they lose Liquid, there could be some weird tie scenario, and who knows what's going to happen there. But whole point being is, if Epsilon beats Liquid, they are going on to single elimination bracket and being guaranteed top 4 here at X Games in Aspen.
And then that's going to screw up everyone's predictions. So thank you very much, Epsilon, for that. For now, though, we have Bravo on the show floor with an interview with Jimbo.
Thanks, you guys. Yeah, Jimbo and Epsilon definitely screwing up our predictions indeed. Incredible performance there. I was talking to Ninja yesterday. You saw him take to Twitter. He was so proud of what they did yesterday, right? Renegades was coming into this tournament ready to play. How did you prepare for this series?
We just went over every single map, knew what we were doing. We're not used to playing blue team, so that kind of got us off guard. But we knew how. We've been watching like all the Americans play online during all the cups, so we knew how each team played. But we just knew we had to come out like hot and ready to go. So we did good. Yeah,
you guys did indeed. And walk me through, I think, strongholds on the rig, right? Game number 1, you guys came out firing. We saw some crazy plays from, I think, Buck 57 with the camo. Just flies into basement with camo, and somehow you keep him alive. It felt like play after play, you guys were making bold decisions and getting away with them. Walk me through how that match went.
So straight away from the start, whenever they did the coin toss to go red team, we knew straight away at the start we'd be given like such a comfortable start because we get blue base where we get basically 2 strongholds. So we knew from the start we'd come out hot. For some reason, like, I don't know how they were playing it, but I just stood top mid and I just kept them seeing them come at me like one shot, and it was just easy kills from them because they're just constantly one shot. So we are very confident when we play the rig. We knew we'd come out top from the start from that one.
And that Game 2 Slayer, I think you guys got pushed back a little bit. Going into Game 3, though, I mean, you went off. I believe that was the game where you had the most kills. I mean, you guys, the top mid control and all those stalemates, I mean, what did it take to when you went to those flag standoffs exactly? What did it take to get those returns time after time? Because for a few moments, it looked like Renegades was going to get the better of those returns.
We've been working on Truth a lot. Like, we lost it yesterday against Allegiance, so we knew we had to be a lot more aggressive on that compared to how we played yesterday because we were stuck on our flag so much, and we knew we just had to push out straight on spawn. As for in standoffs, we're used to it with Europe. Europe's got a lot of standoffs, so we're kind of used to it. We just know that you just basically stay one with the flag guy and solo pushes. Usually we have Snipe Drone, just pushing. Literally, Snipe Drone can easily go kill them all when they're on the other side. If it's a 2v1, Snipe Drone usually comes on top, whoever we play. So we're always confident when a standoff happens. Yeah.
I mean, you guys played fantastic. I think everyone at home enjoyed watching you. You've surprised a lot of people today. I know you guys have played in the States for a few years now. You've been coming over to play, and I think this match right here has surprised a lot of people and shown that you're the real deal in Halo 5. So best of luck to you in the rest of the tournament. We'll be back with more Halo 5 action from the X Games in just a bit.